right, let's get to why you should not rub your eyes. Normal eye has a front part that is transparent and that is called cornea, which has a beautiful smooth curvature like you see over here. If you rub on your eyes too much, by rubbing like this or like this or like this, you are rubbing directly on that cornea, and that tissue can be deformed by all the pressure that is put on it with all the eye rubbing. And so many people can either be predisposed to diseases that can cause a deformation of their corneal shape, which will make it look in a funny way like you see here. I just realized I can make myself smaller and not hide the whole thing. So anyway, people who have keratoconus have a disease where the shape of their eye changes to form a cone like this. Now, by rubbing their eyes, they have a faster progression of the disease. And the important point here is that this disease cannot be treated. It can only be stopped. Now, you may ask, why is the shape so important? Well, because when the lights come in through your cornea, they refract, meaning their direction and their trajectory changes in a way that will put them perfectly on your retina over there so that you can see those crisp, beautiful images. Among other things, of course, but the cornea has the most refractive power of the eye, meaning the most power of distorting that trajectory of the light rays. So basically, if you have light rays coming into this normal cornea, they will land beautifully on the retina where they're supposed to. Whereas if they come here, they will bend more, meaning they will not be put where they're supposed to be, so you will not be able to see clearly. All in all, cornea is a very, very precious tissue, and people who have this keratoconus disease, they start by not seeing well, and they go to their optometrist or their ophthalmologist and they get glasses and they see well for a while, but then it rapidly progresses to not seeing good again, and so they go and they change glasses again and again and again with a rate that is abnormal, which is more than a couple to 3 times a year. Usually at this point, we suspect that there is an issue with the corneal shape. And so you do an exam that is called corneal topography that shows that you indeed have a keratoconus. And why is this important to know? Because this disease, unfortunately, cannot be treated or regressed. Is regressed a word? Anyway, like you cannot go back to the normal shape like it was before. We can only stop the progression of this disease. Some types of contact lenses can help with the vision, sometimes glasses to a certain extent, but not really. And then we have to strengthen the cornea because it is so weak. If it keeps deforming, it's gonna get into a very weird shape, and sometimes it can even perforate. So we strengthen it with a procedure called cross-linking. I could explain this in a different video, but we either do that, or in some cases where really nothing works and where people start having scarring in their eyes by so much deformation that happened because of the keratoconus, they could even require a corneal graft, meaning that we would have to remove their cornea, would have to get a donor cornea from someone else and then put it in their eyes. And usually that someone else is someone who's already dead. So don't rub your eyes, okay? Just do not rub your eyes. Thank you.